One piece of technology software that has been extremely helpful at our school site this year has been the Insight 360. We have started with 17 teachers implementing this software, and what it is each teacher gets their own iPad, and the software allows them to be mobile in their classroom. So where they were before bounded by the overhead camera because the document, you couldn't move the document around, they now can project what's under the document camera onto the iPad, which projects out to the students, which allows the teacher to now be mobile in the classroom and do what she or he would do under the camera, but now out and about walking around the classroom. That particular program has increased student engagement significantly, especially when each student has their own iPad. The teacher is able to send out various things. Either it's a piece of text, they are able to send out a blank page so that they can respond to an open-ended question. They can actually also give a test, a quiz, a checking for understanding quiz, and they get immediate feedback as well. It's helped with, obviously, with the classroom management, because the teacher is able to be mobile throughout the class, and students know that the teacher will be right next to them in an instant, and she or he is still moving along with their lesson. And also, the biggest piece is the checking for understanding piece. It gives instant checking for understanding. Everything that each of the students is doing on their iPad, the teacher has on her iPad or his iPad, and they're viewing everything that they're doing, which gives them an indication, an immediate indication of which students they're going to need to pull, which mistakes they're making, so that they can, as they're progressing through their lesson, they're modifying the lesson as they go based on what they're seeing, what their students are doing.
Insight 360 is another program we're using. You're able to see the students' work in real time. So as I'm checking for understanding, I can modify my lesson immediately. And at the bottom, there's actually a scroll to where you can look at the students' work while you're working with them. You can also lock the feature so I'm able to teach. But the students are showing me their work in real time. The other thing that's neat is you can actually show 4 students' work up on the board at a time, so they can compare and contrast their work, and they can see where maybe they could have changed something to improve their answer, which is really helpful. The thing I like is you don't have to have a computer for every child. I have my teacher Insight 360, and what I do is I use that with the students, and we share it, like kind of passing the pen, and that's the way that I use it in my classroom, so that we're all collaborating together.
I have 360 in my classroom. The school has provided me with an iPad to use. I use the iPads with the students about once a week, where they can we can do testing on that. They can take a test and answer, and I can get immediate feedback. Or they can do a problem on the iPad, and I can project that up on the screen and show examples of different kids' work. When I have the iPad and use the 360, when I don't have the iPads for the kids, I can project a document up on the screen and write on it using my iPad and walk around the room. So I've got access to talk to the kids and observe what they're doing, not just up front.